Hey guys, welcome to Gary Gaming TV. Today we are going to take a look at Scrap Mechanic Survival. A lot of you may know Scrap Mechanic already as a really cool building game. And now they have added a survival mode which got me interested. I've had Scrap Mechanic on my wishlist for a long time and just never pulled the trigger. As soon as I heard they were doing survival mode, I snapped it up because it was on sale as well, so I thought I've got to get that. So as you can see, graphics are really nice and crisp. I'm playing this on max graphics, 1440p. Shadows I have turned down, they're like medium length. But the rest of the game, on as you can get it high or very high, I think it is. And the detail on the bots is really nice. And as again, I have this at 1440p, which is what it should be getting when it's uploaded to. Ignore my NAF creations. These are my transport truck, which is a little bit we'll say bodily done, but I like it. Got this here so I can actually deliver my fruits. I'm gonna take that. Do it now. So I can deliver my fruits where I want them to go. Oh, actually, I'll show you how it works. I open that, you see. I climb in, press that button and that shoves it out. Then while that's aiming at the thing, press that and it'll fire the fruits. Now I did have 10 flipping oranges in there and I accidentally fired 5 out while experimenting. I didn't know it takes whatever's first in the chest and then the next one, the next one. I thought it automatically picked what you're aiming at, so yeah, it is really, when you want to get into that sort of stuff, it's really, really complicated. I mean, look at that. That's just to control this truck. Has to get the wheels rolling, the steering going, the lights turned on, different logic gates and stuff going. The tailgates are open here so that I can roll stuff in there when I find little guys and that. You know, that's just on one machine. I've got this rough, my first machine that I built. Rock destroying and tree cutting and stuff like that. So it can get really complicated when you're doing all these things. But the actual world itself, as you see, really nice. It is huge as well. It's a pretty, I haven't been everywhere yet. And it's a pretty big world. It's all procedurally generated. So if you're watching content creators, they are not going to be doing the same, well, supposed to be doing the same sort of content, but the way they go about it might be differently just due to the fact that your terrain is different. Now, every world has a 24-hour clock, lasts about 24 minutes from midnight to midnight, or to midnight. No, midnight to midnight was right, yeah. 24 hours, 4 minutes. So, you know, the night time's okay. The combat is fairly basic. Ouch, you just kite the guys and smack them with your mallet until you obviously get attacking a tree. Until you get a little higher up and then you can get like spud guns and spuddling guns and shotguns that fire spuds as well. It's a very potato gun oriented thing. Got flashing over here, what's that? Another arm. Now I have the foliage on full here because I think it's cheating if you turn it down. It makes it a little bit harder to find the limbs, but if you pause and look, you'll see it twinkle. I like it like this. I think it looks nice like this. Difficulty wise, surviving's fairly easy. I mean, if beetroots is a pretty much go-to thing. As you see, it gives you equal food and water. Milk is easy enough to get. Gives you a good dose of water. You just see these corns over here, you give them a smack. Oh. A top tip, if you just hold down the right mouse button, or pick anything up you scan over. So you can pick them up, and as you see, it's gone night time now. Everything's lit up, it's pretty cool. And again, your vehicles can have all your lights on. This one is actually been left on. You have a few lights on there. This is turned off at the minute, but if I hop in, yeah, I've got tail lights and everything. All red. You can paint the lights to a number of colours and connect buttons and switches to your vehicle. So you have a few in here. That's for the lights, I think. That is for what that one's for. That's for the tail. So hit that. See the tail going down. Yeah. So yeah, they've all got a full day-night cycle. It looks really cool. As I said, food-wise, it's fairly easy. You feed these guys pretty corn. You get a wee bit of walk milk. I have these two captured here because when I got here, there wasn't a lot of cows around here, or woks, I should say. Not a lot at all. So I actually captured these and stuck them in here. But when you've captured them, more do start turning up. But what I suggest to do is when they turn up, whack them and get them away, because they attract the various foreign bots. So it's not going to be much of a problem when I get my walls up, but I've been whacking them to get them away from the place. But as you see, the buildings in that are pretty detailed. And here's your spawn area. Well, not the initial one, but like, this is warmer out there. You sleep on the bed, and that's your respawn point saves. You can make your own beds for that. I haven't done it yet. But these are like the end game bots here that you've got to attack. They are big. I think they spit chemicals at you from what I've seen. Fire chemicals at you. They'll take about 40 to 50 spud hits to nail. These guys are like, ouch, mid-tier. The one thing I don't like about them is they seem to speed up when they're in groups. One of them you can pretty much kite, but two of them, one of them's going to hit you, and I don't know why. They should be running at the same speed. Really weird. Your health obviously regenerates your food, regenerates your health. Your water actually goes down when you're swinging and hitting stuff up, which I actually think is really cool. Everything can be knocked down. Most of the trees can. These shrubs can't be, which is a bit annoying. Trees can be knocked down. Some of them have to be done by the saw. And some of them done with your hammer, and they get down into separate bits. I've been pretty lucky with this one. With this seed, I have water just the other side of my base there. I have a sea over there. Got two buildings at the back, which I'll explain in a minute what they are. Got more water over there. Got a chemical plant over there. Like the trading guy is just over there. Yeah, I've been really lucky with this seed. Been really close together on most things. So jog over here a sec. That green light over there, that is a packaging depot for your fruits and veg, or one of them. That's for veg. Route one is further down. If I run over here, you'll see another really big lake. So I've got like water all around me, which is really lucky. So you'll see these buildings. Let me just run around here a sec. This would be a nice little base actually. It's outcropping here. A lot of people have been building bases on these peninsulas because they're easy to defend. Oh! Jesus, he made me jump. I didn't see him there. They can sneak up on you, and bots. He usually spawns around here, but he's usually stood here. He didn't. No. So a lot of people are using these peninsulas to build bases because the bots will only come from one way, which I'll explain again in a second. This ain't a bad one there, box to use. But you see, you've got buildings all around the map, okay? Them big ones, like warehouses, they're like end game sort of thing. So stuff like that there, and the ones that are behind my base, that I think the devs call them like dungeons, like wee raids. So you go into them, there'll be bots in them, you defeat the bots, and there'll be little crates to pop open, or big containers to look into, and you'll get some stuff. You'll get like component parts, you'll get food. In fact, there's a crate over there before, perfect. You'll get drink, you'll get upgrade parts, and all sorts of things like that. And that is like the aim of the game. Survive, do the raids to get to the end game. You're powerful enough to take on the big bosses. You know, component kit. So there'll be loads of them in these buildings, and you work your way to the top. Sometimes there's like epic purple, no, gold boxes, sorry. They'll maybe have 4 of the components, or clothing. You can get different clothing in this, and I'll explain that when I get back. But yeah, that is really cool. Cows look, evening. I usually whack him like that, and then when he gets on watch, he'll run off. Keeps him away from my base. So yeah, they are the sort of end game. Then warehouses are end game, because there's like really hard bots in there to take down, or a lot of bots as well. You really need to get your spud guns and stuff for that. These ones you can just run up and down. I farm these 2 behind my base quite regular to get bits of bats. Going there, swinging. But yeah, there's different type of bots. There's the little green guys that you've seen. There's the hay bots, and the forky ones that swing at you. And there's tape bots, which fire rolls of tape at you, which are hilarious. And they really hurt. 2 shots from them and you're dead, like. And then there is the big red guys here, which will just decimate you if you get near them. Obviously, if you know not mechanic, you know everything's pretty much physically based. Everything has to be computed. So if you make really complicated vehicles with lots of stuff on them, it's gonna get a bit laggy. To help survive, you can farm. I have a little one set up here, and a very crude watering system here. Does the trick, like. They've got loads of water on me, so not too bothered about, you know, using a bit to get everything watered. So you can plant up to 7 like low tier foods. It's like your beetroots, your carrots, tomatoes, things like that. Where is it? And your potatoes and stuff. But when you get to the more higher level stuff, you plant a few, or you plant more of the lower tier stuff, you get raided. It comes up as unauthorized farm detected. So that's basically the bots going, hold on a minute, we did a farm in here, not you. And at midnight, they will come and attack you. So I'm actually going to build my farm somewhere else and not at my base. Not 100% sure where yet, but that's what I'm going to do. I might build it. Look over here, I have a lot of water, you see, over just a hill. So I'm either going to build it on top of this hill, or out onto the water. I have to experiment yet, because I'm not sure if you can put the soil on top of structures. I'll actually check that now. So whenever you're building bases or few of these on the map, this is where you would come to start your stuff. You go up here, get your craft pots, your cooking pots and all that. So this is where you would technically start the game. Finding one of these and crafting away. You start at a crash site and you get basic janky stuff. So you can craft your first vehicle there. But if move some stuff out. I have 2 chairs, some of you will know what that's for. So you will get... Really need to move that thing back now. I was gonna try it here, come on. You get the soil. That's a no, you can't. It's got to be on land. Okay. There goes my idea of doing it in the middle of the water. Right. Well, they have to be on ground, so a peninsula might be handy for at least that. Or block off both sides of this. They might not come over the hill, I don't know. But yeah, you will get raided, and the more nights you have stuff planted, or the higher tier the stuff is, the harder the actual raids become. So, you can actually play multiplayer. The game does support multiplayer, not sure up to how many. But it will support it. And you can all drive each other's vehicles and whatnot, which is pretty cool. But I'm liking the aesthetics of it. I like the physics of it. I like just the survival part of it. I like building stuff. I'm one of these players that I'm not too bothered about the survival. I'm more bothered about the actual building stuff. I love to build. So this is like very, very beginning base. This is all going to get upgraded and worked. I quite like using these. I don't want to move out of this. I do quite like using it. Oh, I'm probably going to go to the top of the building and the top of that as well and create secondary stuff and the levels and all that. But yeah, if you like building stuff, guys, and you like testing your engineering skills and things like that, you can mess around with these to your heart's content. I mean, this has... There's my drill, you see. It goes out away from the vehicle. And I've got another button here. Raise it so I can do higher stuff. I have a saw here. I've got lob stuff, and then drop that one. Lights off. It'll go down and actually cut the logs on the floor too. So, you know, you can mess around. I've got this cage at the back to carry stuff, but this needs to be changed and modified. You can sit there to your heart's content as long as you keep your health up and your food and water up. You know, you can sit here and build away. Now, the construction part is still part of the game, so if you don't want to do the survival, or you want to experiment and test things before you build it in survival, then you can go on to the construction section and just build whatever you want. All materials are there, except water stuff. There's no water cannons or anything like that, I don't think. They haven't been added yet, but I'm assuming they will do. Because I have like wheels and stuff in here that I'm not going to use yet. Maybe we'll do in the future, but this is what's left of one of my vehicles that I did do and ripped apart to build other stuff. So yeah, you can go in there and experiment. One thing I wish you could do, you have like a craft bot. Here's all the stuff you can craft. So you got windows, you got pipes, toilet roll, kitchen sink, you know, logic gates and all that sort of stuff. So you can do really complicated things, put them on timers, time to go left, right, up, down, all that sort of stuff. Bearings, sensors to tell them when to stop and when to start, engines, you know, loads of stuff. Blocks, parts, interactives, and this is a modded game as well. You can get mods for it, and then this will eat up refinery stuff. So say you cut a load of logs down, put them in this, you do some mining, put them in this, and it'll refine it through to its next level. But one thing I wish they would add is a way to deconstruct stuff that you've created. So say I have them wheels in there and suspension, and I've done them by mistake, or I'm not going to use them. I wish there was a machine that would deconstruct it, chew it back up, and put it into its original stuff, maybe with like one part missing or something. So that you don't have loads of stuff lying around everywhere. You know what I mean? Taking up box space when you've gone to change direction in what you've done. I was there for my first car, and everything I've done since has been on the heavy duty suspension stuff, you know, the off-road suspension. So I kind of wish there was a machine that would deconstruct things. But bar that, guys, I'm really having fun in it. I have already spent too many hours playing it. It's very, very grindy, I'll give it that. Very grindy. Say, next level of metal blocks takes 15 normal metal, right? They take 15 scrap steel. You get 10 scrap from every bot you kill, or if you go to the mining, you get these straight away. One bar will give you 10 of these. But if you do, your best way is mining to get this stuff. But like, if you're making stuff, that's going to give you 10, but you need 15 to make it, plus logs, plus water, so on and so forth. So bricks is 10 rock, and scrap brick, I think they call it, something like that. It's very, very grindy to get everything. Suspensions, 10 of them, 2 oil. Only pick oil up one at a time from under the water, you know. So it is going to take you a long time to get all the bits that you need to build something cool or get your base going, but at the end of the day it's going to be worth it. Especially when you build a massive contraption to defend yourself from attacks and things like that. Say you've got a big farm going, you get raided, and you have like a pit that they'll fall into, and then you can crush them with another arm that comes down. You know, it's very satisfying building something like that and watching it work and work well. But if you have time on your hands and you like something that's, it's not only fun to play, but it gets your mind going. And I definitely recommend Scrap Mechanic Survival, guys. This is your little dress bot. You'll get garment boxes, put it in there, and you'll get, here is on Martin Sheen here. You'll get stuff like different jackets, different gloves, I actually got a shoe missing, I've never noticed that before. Get cleaner and tinier. And you actually get the old school backpack too, which is pretty cool, from the original Scrap Mechanic normal game. And you can change female hair and all that sort of stuff. And that is now I'm wearing, see? Yeah, you're a really little guy, I didn't realise how small you were into all of this. But yeah, so there's loads to do, guys. Hours and hours and hours worth of gameplay. And just building, constructing, surviving, and exploring. Exploring's a big thing, as I say, procedurally generated worlds, so everybody's world's different. And there's some really cool stuff to find out there. But I will let you guys explore. And let me know what you think of it down in the comments. If you would like to see me stream this, or some more videos on it, give us a shout in the comments below. And I'll see what I can do for you. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe and please give us a thumbs up if you liked what you've seen. Also, guys, I have a new merch store going from Stream Elements. Hoodie, t-shirt, mouse mat, mug, sticker is all they've got, I think, at the minute. They will be adding more stuff soon, so keep an eye out for that, guys. Half decent prices and good quality. I shall be doing a review on the stuff soon. I have my mug. I'm waiting for the mouse mat and sticker to turn up. So I'll do a review on that sort of stuff. But yeah, guys, again, please thumbs up, subscribe, and I shall see you soon.